Hello everyone, this is Pooka and welcome to a very special Pokemon TCG video. It's Christmas time and you know what that means. It is time for a traditional Christmas deck. This has become a tradition here on the Top Cut and I'm bringing it to you once again, a Christmas deck. So normally I would get a bunch of different Christmas Pokemon, some themed Pokemon. We get some penguins, some polar bears, some snowflakes, whatnot. Tell a story with the deck. I'm going to take a slightly different route this time, but it's still going to be pretty Christmas themed. Lots of ice and snow and other Christmas related things. So let's take a look at the colorful cast of Pokemon we have in this deck. So we're going to start off the way we should, and that is with Delibird. Clearly, Delibird is the Santa Claus Pokemon. It says delivery Pokemon. He's delivering gifts right to your door on Christmas. So we have to include Delibird. Thankfully, it's in Boundaries Crossed, so he survived for one more Christmas in our standard format. And the first attack is present. Flip a coin if heads. Search your deck for any card and put it into your hand. Boy, that would be a very nice gift to have when you use that attack. And then Icy Wind. Ooh, it is cold outside. I don't know if it's cold where you guys are, but I'm in Wisconsin here, and it is not warm at all. It is pretty cold. So Icy Wind, very fitting for Christmas. Also very fitting is Cryogonal. It's a big, mean snowflake Pokemon. And of course, the snow is fallen during Christmas time. So we have two attacks here. The first one is going to be Call Sign. Search your deck for a water Pokemon, reveal it, and put it into your hand. That's good because we're going to be running lots of water Pokemon. And the second one is Cryo Freeze. Discard energy attached to this Pokemon, and then the defending Pokemon can't attack during your opponent's next turn. I'm not sure how often we'll use that, but it could come in handy. You never know. So those are the first two Christmas-themed Pokemon we have in here, but let's get to the real meat of the deck. I'm going to be running Aurorus. So people have been asking me to feature Aurorus for a long time. Quite frankly, I don't think it's a very good card, but it is Christmas time, so we're going to take advantage of each and every gift we have. So Aurorus has the ability Ice Shield. Any damage done by an opponent's attack to each of your water Pokemon that has any water energy attached to it is reduced by 20. So we're going to be trying to get a bunch of Aurorus into play. And then our water Pokemon will have some big shields to go through, minus 20 for each Aurorus we can get into play. And then Icy Wind is 70, and your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. That's really bad. We're going to not use that at all. So we have 4 Amora and 3 Aurorus. I got to say, these are really cute Pokemon. Amora is pretty adorable, as is Aurorus. Big icy dinosaur. Looks pretty awesome. And the icy Pokemon we're going to have is going to be Articuno EX. So Articuno EX has 2 pretty solid attacks. Blizzard does 60 and then 10 to each of your opponent's benched Pokemon. But the big attack here is Frost Prison, 80. And then if you have a Plasma Energy attached, the defending Pokemon is now paralyzed. All right. So instant paralysis. And combine that with the damage reduction, that's going to be a theme in this deck, is going to be one annoying Pokemon to deal with on Christmas with Ice Shield. And we're also going to be running Hard Charm. I'm going to throw that in there too, and it reduces damage even more, another 20. And we're going to have some really big Pokemon to deal with, folks. More icy Pokemon. We have a Bergmite. I don't think I'll ever be able to use Bergmite again, so this is a perfect opportunity. It has Stomp Off. Oh man, I would love to win a game with Stomp Off. Discard the top card of your opponent's deck. Oh, that would be beautiful. And if you got like 3 Aurorus in play and you're using Stomp Off, it's taking minus 60 damage. Yeah, this guy can deck somebody out. Look out, man. But we're really going to be running it for Avalugg. Seems to have some cool synergy with Aurorus. With Frost Barrier, you reduce damage by 20. So if we get 3 Aurorus into play, Frost Barrier, and a Hard Charm, we reduce damage by 100. And that's pretty cool. We're not doing a whole lot of damage, but you don't need to when you're taking minus 100 damage. so it'd be fun to pull that off. And then for 4, we have Shatter, 90 damage, and discards a Stadium card. That's pretty good. All right, so continuing here, Suicune, I know it is a water Pokemon, not really ice, but it is the Aurora Pokemon, and it has Aurora Beam, so those are icy things. And we really needed a Safeguard Pokemon in here to help out with those Pokemon EX. This is probably going to be a slow deck to set up, so we need the Safeguard to hide behind while we set up our big icy Pokemon. So Suicune, a pretty straightforward Safeguard Pokemon to buy us some time. Now the last 2 Pokemon are going to be very, very Christmas themed, I think. Jirachi is going to be a very obvious one. It is a star. It is a wish maker. Very appropriate for Christmas time. It even kind of jingles a little bit, I'm sure, like a jingle bell. But Jirachi is basically the star on top of your Christmas tree. That seems like a pretty good role. And here he's going to be a star using Stellar Guidance, searching for supporter cards when we need them. And then our last Pokemon is going to be Keldeo EX. Now I know you're probably thinking, what does this have to do with Christmas at all, Pooka? This doesn't make any sense. Well, who didn't want a pony for Christmas? Come on. That was the ultimate gift when you were a kid. I want a pony for Christmas, and now you can have one with Keldeo EX. There you go. Have your pony, folks. Keldeo EX. Fitting in this deck. I know it's more of a unicorn, but that's fine. We'll just pretend it's a pony. Okay, so other things we're going to run in here. We need 4 Fossil Researcher to get Amora into play. Supporter that allows you to search for up to 2 of Amora or Tyrant, put them onto your bench. Seems pretty necessary in this deck, so we need 4 of them to try to get those out as quickly as possible. And the standard stuff, 4 Juniper and 4 N. Got 2 Colrist, got the 2 VS Seeker, got a Lysander, got a Computer Search, and then 2 Floatstone, and an Escape Rope for the switching card, 4 Ultra Ball, and then we already looked at that. We need Colress Machine to power up Articuno a little faster to get that Frost Prison going. Then 6 Water, 4 Plasma, and 3 Double Colorless Energy. And there is our Christmas deck for this year, folks. I don't think this is going to be very good. It's probably going to be ugly, but hopefully we can get the magic of the holidays on our side. In a game here on Pokemon TCG Online. Of course, there are a lot of problems with this deck. Very, very many weaknesses that can be exploited. Including starting off with Jirachi EX. No, this is a Christmas disaster. Oh, it's like the tree is about to get burned down. Gonna lose all of our presents. Oh, goodness. Why is this happening? Opponent starting off with a Mewtwo and a Hypnotoxic Laser on the Jirachi EX. We do see a Skyla after that. So we'll have to see what this goes for. Could go for any trainer card. You know, if my opponent needs a better supporter, it could be like a Professor Juniper. If you need a Burbank City Gym, could get that. That'd be pretty annoying. But looks like an Ultra Ball is the card of choice right here. We see an Ultra Ball, discarding 2 cards, and what will we see off of this Ultra Ball? Mewtwo's a pretty versatile card. We see it in everything, basically, that runs double colorless, so we'll see what comes up. And it is Seismitoad. Oh, no. He is the Grinch, let me tell you. Seismitoad is a pain. We didn't want to see him. Okay, so we have... Hey, you know what? We'll just go for it. We have the double Aurorus in hand and a Computer Search. I would love to get a Pokemon down and attach energy and start powering up an attacker, but this is just too good to pass up. We can get 2, count them, 2 Amora in play, and then 2 Aurorus in play next turn. Let's go ahead and Fossil Researcher for a couple of those. Plop it down on the bench. And you know what? Let's attach double colorless. You never know when we need to use Icy Wind with Aurorus. We could power up. And it's a pretty big tank once you get enough Aurorus in play. I mean, it's going to take minus damage as well. 130 HP could be decent, especially against something like Seismitoad. That doesn't particularly do a lot of damage. So it looks like, oh no, the Quaking Punch begins. Item cards are gone for me. Won't be able to play them. Can't play that Ultra Ball, not that I would have anyway. My opponent only has 3 cards, but my cards aren't very good. So I'm going to play an N, and thankfully I get another basic here. I was thinking I want another basic or at least a water energy, and we got the Suicune at least. No energy attachment, that's pretty painful, but hey, you know, we got the double Aurorus turn 2. We will go down 2 prizes here to start off the game, but you know, we're going to have some tough Pokemon to deal with. Those Aurorus are going to give quite a boost to our defenses. And, I mean, if Seismitoad were to use Quaking Punch against one of my water Pokemon that had a water energy, it would currently do 0 damage. So that's pretty good. We see the Burbank City Gym coming into play. That's not a very nice stadium to put into play. And we see an N from my opponent after that. So I'm going to get a fresh hand of 6. I got to say, I think I liked my other hand better. Aurorus is only getting me about 4 cards. Going to be 3 after Jirachi goes down. So the Jirachi start, definitely painful. But, oh well, what can you do? Alright, so I'm going to promote Suicune. My opponent has no non-Pokemon EX in play right now. Burbank City Gym's going to be annoying. Probably will be the way my opponent deals with the Suicune, but hey, at least we can force that and slow the game down a little bit. I do have a Lysander. I could use that to pull out Mewtwo and just say, you know what, if you want to continue to use Quaking Punch, I'm going to force you to either retreat or play a switching card. And then if you don't have a switching card, I'm going to force you to retreat and burn energy. Or if you don't want to burn the energy, you might not Quaking Punch, which means I get to use my items, which means I'll be in a better spot. So it seemed better than a Aurorus for 3. But there's an escape rope, so that's kind of backfired there. I could put out the Aurorus with the double colorless since it is more likely to attack, but I think I just kind of need to put out something to buy some time here. I don't have much going on, so I'd rather just put out that Aurorus and sit back for a little bit. We do see a Drudagon. That's going to be pretty annoying. Now my opponent has something to deal with the Suicune, but you know what? It won't even deal with it very well because Aurorus, the Ice Shield, is going to be pretty good. Okay, so we do see the Quaking Punch for 30 damage. Without Hypnotoxic Laser and Muscle Band, Quaking Punch just isn't that good. Shutting off my item cards is super annoying, but, you know, whatever. We can deal with that. We got time to build up attackers and stuff like that. Gonna Fossil Researcher, grab another Amora into play. And that means we can get a third Aurorus. I would love to get Keldeo EX out on the board. That would help me out here. One of the reasons we are running Keldeo is Aurorus has a 3 retreat cost, which is awful. And Keldeo is able to rush in and then retreat. Kind of offset that a little bit. But for now, Aurorus is just kind of stuck there. Could have benched the old Bergmite there, but doesn't seem like he's going to be too helpful at this juncture. We're going to power up the Aurorus on the bench, though. Maybe Icy Wind will keep that Seismitoad asleep and give us access to some item cards if we can stop that Quaking Punch for just a turn. We just need 1 turn, and then we can get back to item cards and play some potentially good stuff like Hard Charm and Float Stone and Ultra Ball, even that VS Seeker right there. All good options. But man, if there's one card I don't like in the game right now, it is Seismitoad EX. I think most people will agree he is super annoying to play against. Ugh, that Quaking Punch shutting off your item cards. Not the Christmas spirit. Not fun. But we're going to try to find some way to deal with him. We do see an N from my opponent, so I'll get a fresh 6. My opponent gets only 4. We do see a Yanma coming down. That'll be an interesting card. That's something that will certainly knock out Suicune. It is weak to grass. I have a Cryogonal, I have a Delibird, and I have an Articuno. And I feel like Articuno is going to have to be the Pokemon we use to win this game eventually. So I'm going to go ahead and bench Articuno. I want to save a bench spot for the Keldeo EX. We're not going to bench another Pokemon. And we don't find the Keldeo EX. So I'm going to have to pass the turn as Aurorus slowly but surely is getting knocked out. Pretty annoying, but hey, that's just what Seismitoad does. Maybe I should start running more AZ in my deck, as whatever his name is, to try to deal with this. Because it is super annoying, I'll tell you that. Maybe even Cassius. You know, shuffle it back in, take that Seismitoad. But we do see just another Quaking Punch. More annoyance, more and more annoyance. I got to be careful with my water energy at this point, since I only run 6 of them. Probably should have ran more of those, but whatever. But I got to be careful not to put too many down without... I mean, that's number 4 out of 6, which is not good. That's just not good. That means we only have 2 water left for the whole game. But, you know, I don't know how many attackers I'll even be able to power up at this point. My opponent has taken 2 prizes, going to take a 3rd here. So really, all I can really use is Articuno and then another attacker. And if my opponent knocks those out, I lose. So seems like we should be okay on energy. Aurorus, you know, my opponent's going to have to use a laser, otherwise it's going to be another Quaking Punch. But we do see a Lysander bringing out Articuno. Uh-oh. So my opponent's going right for it. But no, just a Quaking Punch. Well, that was weird. Perhaps my opponent forgot about Aurorus. And this is actually, like, the best situation in the world. Aurorus was not knocked out. And 0 damage to Articuno. It was not knocked out. And then my Articuno gets a free switch in. And we're going to Chorus and use Blizzard for 60. So 60 and then 10 to all of those benched Pokemon. And we got a pretty beefy Articuno here. He's taking minus 40 from every attack. That means 0 from Seismitoad EX right now. Without Hypnotoxic Laser, my opponent's good. What? What just happened here? A victory? Oh no. What? This is a Christmas miracle, folks. Huh? We did it. My opponent conceded the game. Thanks to the mighty power of Aurorus' Ice Shield. What? I don't know how to explain that one, folks, but my opponent probably saw, oh, I just can't do any damage to this thing, and that's it. He said, I quit. I can't do damage. Aurorus is too strong. It's Christmas. I lose. And he just quit the game. I can't even make this stuff up, man. Christmas miracle, folks. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys have a great Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, just a great holiday season in general. Just enjoy. It's a great time of the year. Just relax. Hopefully you can do that. Play some Pokemon. Have some fun. And again, wish everybody happy holidays, and thank you for watching the video. I will certainly have some more for you soon. I am Pooka from the Top Cut, and I'll see you guys next time.